Hi everyone! So this is a little bit late, but I'm going to be doing my August wrap up. So August was about 2 weeks ago now, and I got quite a bit of reading done. The booktubeathon was at the beginning of August, so I'm not really going to reiterate what I read during that week because I do have a video up for that, so I'm going to link that here somewhere so you can check that out. But today I'm going to be talking about the books that I read after the booktubeathon. After booktubeathon, I kind of read myself out. I went through a little bit of a slump, so I didn't do a whole lot of reading. I did manage to read 5 books though. One of them I didn't start. I started in July, and that was Armada by Ernest Cline, and that was the first book that I finished this month. And it was okay. It wasn't Ready Player One, but it was still good. I listened to it on my Audible app, and it was narrated by Will Wheaton. So that really added to the story, but I found that it was kind of predictable and it wasn't as exciting as Ready Player One was. Like, I'm pretty sure there was just a chapter of him naming off movies or video games or something, and I kind of like just zoned out and forgot what I was listening to for a moment. People who play these alien fighting games might enjoy it, but for me, it's not really my thing. But I did enjoy the story and the narration, so I gave it 4 stars. The next book I finished was also a audiobook, and it is Down the Rabbit Hole by Holly Madison. Holly Madison is one of the ex-girlfriends of Hugh Hefner and stars of Girls Next Door. And I didn't really know a whole lot about her other than the fact that she lived at the Playboy Mansion. A friend of mine suggested that I listen to the story because it was really mind blowing. So I decided to give it a listen, especially since it was also narrated by Holly Madison herself. I really enjoyed it. I kind of got addicted to the story, and I even started watching the TV show just to see that side of things because I'd never watched the show before. So it was really interesting to see her view on everything that was going on. I really enjoyed it and I really recommend it. I gave it 5 stars. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I was recommended to read this by a couple of coworkers of mine. They highly recommended it. So I decided to give it a try, and it actually is becoming a movie now. Can you see that? Yeah, it's becoming a movie, so that's pretty awesome. I decided to go with the illustrated edition because it just has these amazing illustrations that are just beautiful. Emily Jane, you should really read this one next.
I'll make it there eventually.
Like, look, like there's a bit more words in this one.
Are there pictures?
But like, hold on, like pictures. And like pictures.
Oh, it's a horse.
They're like, it's really beautiful pictures.
Does the horse die?
And it's about a tree that becomes to life.
Why was the horse there? I like it.
It's so good. It's by Patrick Ness. And I absolutely love this. I gave it 5 stars. You're Never Weird on the Internet by Felicia Day. This is another memoir. So this is 2 memoirs this month. I've been really on the whole like biography nonfiction kick lately. And Felicia Day, if you don't know anything about her, she's from the Guild. She has a YouTube channel, Geek and Sundry. She's been on Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's Queen Geek, I guess you could say. And this book was fantastic. As I was reading it, I could like hear her voice in my head. It just sounded like she does online, which is really fantastic, and I gave this 5 stars. Those are all the books that I finished this month, but one book that I had on my August TBR was 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. And I was reading this, and I was enjoying it, and then I got like halfway through. I think it was about 54% Goodreads told me, and I couldn't do it. I was not interested in the storyline. It was really going nowhere. There was this random romance that appeared that didn't make any sense and just felt really forced. It just wasn't my thing. So I decided I wasn't going to finish the story because honestly, it was one of those cover buys because that cover is gorgeous. You may like her writing. I wasn't a fan of it. I'm not going to say I don't recommend it because some people might really enjoy it, but for someone who is looking for mostly science fiction and not this romance aspect, it just wasn't my thing. And that's it for today. I will see you next time with my September TBR. Bye!